Have you ever wondered why your grandmother refused to let you sweep someone's feet, or why she always told you that if your nose started itching that someone was coming? What if I told you that these seemingly random rules were actually part of an ancient system of protection and wisdom passed down through generations of black women? Today we're diving deep into the secret world of black grandmother superstitions and myths that have shaped families for centuries.
Hi, I'm Peggy Sue. I brought some of my ancestors to help me take you on today's journey. You just heard my great-great-grandma, Mary Sue, on my daddy's side. With the help of some of the women in my bloodline, I'm about to reveal beliefs so powerful that they survived slavery, segregation, and modernization. These aren't just old wives' tales. They're a complex spiritual framework that protected our ancestors and continues to influence black households today. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your grandmother's seemingly strange behaviors were actually acts of love, protection, and cultural preservation.
Placing your purse on the ground literally means you're throwing your money away. The floor represents the lowest point, and money placed there will find its way out of your life. This belief stems from West African traditions where the ground was considered sacred but also potentially dangerous, a place where spirits could interfere with your prosperity. But here's where it gets really interesting. The purse superstition connects to a larger system of financial protection that black grandmothers developed during times when economic security was nearly impossible. They created these rules as a way to instill discipline and awareness about money management. When you respect your purse, you respect your finances. When you treat money carelessly, you'll lose it carelessly.
That's right, baby. Now, Granny is about to tell you something that might make you uncomfortable. The belief about sweeping feet. If you've ever had a black grandmother grab a broom away from you because you accidentally swept someone's feet, you witnessed this powerful superstition in action. According to tradition, sweeping someone's feet means they'll never get married, or if they're already married, they'll face relationship troubles. This belief has roots in African spiritual practices where the feet were considered connection points to the earth and to one's destiny. Disturbing someone's feet with a broom was believed to literally sweep away their path to love and partnership. The remedy? The person whose feet were swept had to spit on the broom immediately to break the curse. But here's the deeper truth. This superstition taught respect for personal space and careful attention to your actions. In cramped living conditions, it encouraged mindfulness about how your movements affected others. It was a way of saying, be aware of how your actions impact the people around you.
Wow, Granny, maybe that's why I'm still single.
Child, you're only 20. You still got time. Just make sure you don't let anyone sweep your feet. Ha ha ha.
Speaking of powerful protections, we must discuss the tradition of keeping a broom behind the door. This isn't just about cleaning convenience. In Black grandmother wisdom, a broom behind the door serves as a spiritual guardian for the household. It's believed to sweep away negative energy and unwanted spirits before they can enter your home. This practice connects to hoodoo and West African spiritual traditions where brooms were considered magical tools. They weren't just for physical cleaning, they were for spiritual cleansing. The broom behind the door was always ready to defend the home, and many grandmothers would actually sweep outward from their doorstep in the morning to push away any negativity that had accumulated overnight.
Granny, is that why Grandma said you was always sweeping?
Sure was, baby. I wasn't gonna let anything near my family.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the salt thing. Granny, tell them about the salt.
Well, it might surprise you about the incredible power attributed to salt. See, child, black grandmothers have long believed that salt is one of the most potent protective substances available. They'd sprinkle it across doorways, add it to baths, and even carry it in small pouches. But the most powerful application, throwing salt over your shoulder after spilling it, this practice isn't just about luck. It's about actively reversing negative energy. The salt thrown over the left shoulder is believed to blind the devil or evil spirits that might be trying to take advantage of the accident. It's a quick spiritual reset that turns a moment of clumsiness into an act of protection. But salt serves another purpose in black grandmother tradition. It's a test of character. How you handle small accidents reveals how you'll handle bigger challenges. The salt ritual teaches that you always have the power to turn a negative situation into a positive one through quick, decisive action.
Wow, that is powerful, Granny.
Peggy Sue, why did you always fuss at Uncle Ralph about putting his hat on the bed?
Granny, do you want to answer that question or do you want me to?
Well, she asked you, didn't she? You tell her.
Well, my mama always told me it boiled down to connecting with identity and self-respect. She said her grandma told her that placing a hat on a bed brings death to the household. This belief stems from the historical reality that hats were often removed and placed on beds when someone was dying or when preparing a body for burial. Am I right, Granny?
Yes, that's right, baby. But there's a deeper layer here about respect and boundaries. Your bed is your most personal space, and placing outdoor items on it shows a lack of respect for your own rest and health. It's about maintaining the sanctity of your personal space and understanding that how you treat your most intimate environment affects your overall well-being.
Granny, what did they say about dreams? Sometimes I have dreams that seem so real.
Me too. Before I had little Junior, I dreamed that I was pregnant and I really was.
The Bible says old men will have dreams and young men will have visions. My mama used to tell us that dreams weren't just random brain activity, they were messages from ancestors, warnings about the future, or visits from spiritual guides. For centuries, grandmothers have been developing elaborate systems for interpreting these nightly visions. Dreaming of fish meant pregnancy was coming to the family. Dreaming of death meant long life for the person who died in the dream. Dreaming of water indicated emotional changes on the horizon. These weren't just superstitions, they were ways of staying connected to intuition and paying attention to subtle signs that might otherwise be ignored. The dream traditions taught the importance of listening to your inner voice and trusting your instincts. In a world where black women often had to navigate dangerous situations with limited resources, the ability to sense danger or opportunity through dreams could literally be life-saving.
Wow. I know things for black women in your time were not easy. So I know listening to your inner voice was very important.
It sure was, baby. It could mean life or death.
It seems like these superstitions have been around for ages.
They have, baby. It's important to understand that these superstitions and myths weren't just random fears or outdated thinking. They were sophisticated systems of spiritual protection, community building, and cultural preservation that helped black families survive and thrive through centuries of challenges. These traditions represent the incredible wisdom of women who had to create safety and meaning in a world that often offered neither. They turned ordinary daily activities into spiritual practices, created protection where none existed, and preserved cultural knowledge that might otherwise have been lost forever. Whether the world chooses to embrace these beliefs or simply understand them as historical artifacts, they offer valuable insights into the resilience, creativity, and spiritual depth of black grandmother wisdom. They remind us that our ancestors were not just survivors. They were master practitioners of spiritual science who understood connections and possibilities that modern life often overlooks. The next time you hear someone dismiss these beliefs as just superstition, remember that they represent centuries of accumulated wisdom about how to navigate life's challenges with grace, power, and protection. They are the legacy of women who refused to let impossible circumstances defeat them and who created meaning and magic in the midst of struggle.
My nose and ears have been itching all day. What's that mean, Granny?
So have mine. My hands have been itching all day, too. What's that mean, Granny?
Sounds like somebody's talking about y'all, and whoever they are, they're on their way into your life to give you some money.
I sure could use some money.
Me too.
Well, when they come, can you please tell them to use some of that money to take us out to eat, 'cause I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too.
I think we have taught them enough about Black grandma myths and superstitions for today. Come on, ladies, dinner is on me.